Yo, welcome Idobi live listeners. Thanks for tuning into Wesam's World. I'm your host, Wesam. Really appreciate you guys. We've been doing this show now for, oh my gosh, 2018?
For 2,000 years?
2,000 years, 2019. We're at episode 160 something at this point, I feel like. And I just got to say thank you guys so much for always sticking with us, for being fans of the show, and for everybody new who's coming on. Really appreciate you guys. We got some great episodes coming up, some big things in the near future. And basically, we had a few people kind of always asking, like, the show, you interview people sometimes, but you don't ask the questions like we want to ask or like we want to know about and stuff like that. And but it's cool because it's more conversational. And I'm like, you just nailed it on the head. This show is a brief insight into my world and the things I like to do and the things I like to talk about and the people that interest me coming on the show. So it's more conversational.
There's a million interviewers out there.
Yeah.
Millions.
Absolutely.
You can find the same interview with the same people we have on 20,000 times if you want to.
Right. I like talking about things that come up organically. Obviously, I know a little bit about the person, but there's stuff that I don't know, and that's fine because I want to find out on air. And some things I just don't want to ask them the typical questions. For instance, like, so where were you from? Where were you raised? But at the same time, there are other people I kind of want to start from the beginning because I feel that's important to their story or what I want to talk about. So it varies, all right? And so that's just the way this show works. And if you want a typical interview, probably this is not the show for you.
Go away. Leave.
Yeah, and I'm also doing this show because it's great practice and it's helping me become better at articulating my thoughts on things and my changing views on the world. I listened to some episodes I did a couple of years ago, actually, with some of our first few guests, like reggae. Mm-hmm. And I've actually listened to portions of that, and I realized, oh, wow, my opinion has changed on certain issues, and I actually can clarify what I can talk about better with certain people. And what's nice about this show is my perspective gets changed because I'm talking with other people who have different views on things.
Right.
Sometimes somebody comes on and they talk about something and I can disagree with them more, and that's okay too. So that's what the show's about, and I love it. I have a good time. I bring on my friends too, like my close friends, and we just laugh and be stupid with each other. And so this is just my world, and we're going to be doing some other videos as well. Some bad movie review live. What I'm trying to do with you guys, so you guys don't spend any money doing this, is actually have the video playing somewhere in the bottom right corner.
Easy?
Okay.
Easy.
Because we might be right. So we might be pausing the video and stuff because I want you guys to enjoy these crappy videos, crappy bad movies with us, because that's one of my favorite things to do of all time. We might bring back Wesam plays scary video games at some point maybe, but that's also something I'll revisit to make Wesam Laugh Challenge. We might just do separate videos for that all on its own. So there's a lot that I'm wanting to do with the show, and my main profession obviously is acting. I'm a TV and film actor. Been working here in LA now for almost 12 years, which is, I can't believe I'm saying that. My producer has COVID again.
I do. Vaccine doesn't work.
Vaccine doesn't work. I'm kidding. It works. It's fine. We don't have monkey DNA in us, and the chip feels great. I gotta say that.
Yeah.
The chip is much better than I thought it was going to be.
Feel more energized with the 5G towers. It's just, I feel like I got superpowers now.
Right.
So honestly, get chipped up.
Yeah, get chipped up.
Feels great.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too.
And
I can fly now.
In my mind.
Yeah?
Yeah, are you flying in real life?
No, I'm flying, and you haven't unlocked that yet.
Oh, okay.
That's level 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You ever seen the movie? I forgot what it's called. Never mind.
All right. Great reference.
Scarlett Johansson, like where you gotta, Morgan Freeman's like, we only access 10% of our brain.
Yeah.
That trip of a movie.
Yeah, Shawshank Redemption. That's it. Yeah, Shawshank. Shawshank.
I love Shawshank. Oscar-winning movie Shawshank.
Hey,
Redemption.
real talk. Why is watching Shawshank Redemption like having a cozy blanket over you?
I've never seen Shawshank Redemption. I need to. It's not one of those things of like, oh, I don't want to watch Shawshank Redemption. I've just never watched Shawshank Redemption. You know what I did watch yesterday?
Tell me.
Train to Busan.
Oh,
You ever seen that?
Yeah.
First horror movie to make me cry.
Yeah. Well, it's Korean,
Yeah.
and
They know how to make movies.
And the Koreans certainly know how to make
Yeah.
movies. Now, am I supposed to say the South Koreans know how to make movies? Because I don't know about the North Koreans too much.
Good at propaganda film, I guess.
The people in charge over there.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Now we've been banned from North Korea.
I know.
So
Oh, yeah, because we were a hit in North Korea anyway.
well, we were hit with the Indian scammers.
Hey, look, we still have them on our side, so they're still huge fans of the show. What are you listening to?
Sorry, I thought that AC was on again, but it's
No,
not.
no, it's that
And-
thing.
Yeah. It's all good. So as you can see, we've gone on many tangents in this show, and thank you for sticking with us. This is what it's about. I just want you guys to have a good time listening to this, and yeah, man, just come along for the ride. I don't know what to tell you. This is my show, and guess what? If you don't like what I do, or you don't like a question that I ask a guest, you know what you should do? Link me
Oh, no.
the interview to your podcast,
Oh, no.
and I'll listen to that interview and
They'll
see what
do
I
it.
could do better.
They'll do it.
What?
They'll do it.
Hey, it's fine with me. Go ahead, man. Bro, go ahead. Make your own podcast. Great. And then I'll be like, oh, wow, that was good. Sure, I'll do that. I'll make you feel good. I don't
Yeah.
care anymore, dude.
Yeah.
Today's been a rough morning for Papa.
What?
For Papa Bear.
Uh,
I just called myself Papa Bear on air.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah.
Speaking of bears,
Yeah.
I came across a clip of Two Bears, One Cave.
Yeah.
Never listened to a full episode, but I get clips recommended to me
Yeah.
on my thing. That guy drinks Kool-Aid.
Okay.
So much Kool-Aid.
right. Okay.
And I watched a 10-minute clip of them just laughing about him drinking Kool-Aid.
That podcast.
Yeah.
When it's Tom and Bert. By the way, Bert Kreischer is right now filming a movie, so they're not doing it weekly
good.
right now.
Good for him.
I will say this to you. That is probably right now my all-time favorite podcast. And I'll explain to you
funny.
why. They're two best friends,
Yeah.
and they laugh like that on every single episode. The absurdity
Yeah.
that they talk about on the show is as close to like what me and the guys are like
Yeah.
joking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he drinks.
He drinks like a gallon of Kool-Aid a day. And they were joking about like he's walking around with a water bottle. He fills it up in a water bottle. And people are like, oh my gosh, he's so healthy drinking water.
You got to do me a favor as
Yeah.
a producer of this show, because I love talking with people who
Yeah.
know that show, and there's so few of them
Uh-huh.
that I know.
Yeah.
Please start listening to it
Okay.
so we can talk about the things on each episode, because it's one of those
Send
things.
me your favorite episode if
Oh my
possible.
God.
I know that's hard.
Okay, I'll
but
send you. I'll
the
send
one
you this.
that'll hook me.
I'll send you the Jennifer Aniston clip with Bert Kreischer. and
I've
Tom
seen
Segura.
that. That's their most famous one.
Bro.
That's
I was
for safety.
For safety.
For safety. We
Bro.
promise we won't hurt you.
The bit and scenario itself is so out
Yeah.
of this world, and obviously they're not gonna do
Right.
that. But the fact
The
that
fact that they keep saying, we promise we won't do anything.
you know, she retweeted somebody who showed her that clip.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, it was pretty freaking amazing, and I think our guest for today is in the studio.
Yeah.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. How are we on time? Should I just introduce
Yeah,
Mr.
go for
Fish?
it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got an Idobi exclusive here. Now, see how I made that sound so fancy when you say exclusive?
It's a club. It's an exclusive club.
Wesam's World is an exclusive club, and today's an exclusive episode with none other than Fish from Gone Fishkin. You can check out his show Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Idobi Radio. He has some amazing musical artists, producers, just cool people on the show in general, and he talks about music, and he plays some of the latest and coolest music that's going on right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the show with Fish. We'll be right back. Everybody in unison, thousands of people.
Just a huge pool of just bodies screaming this.
Yes. Are you recording? Oh, great. Yeah. Just thousands of people. You see this like in the future, like a few years from now, what would you do?
I would say I was there for the inception of it.
Okay.
Or contraception. Contraceptive.
Ooh. You're in.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, you're in, man. You're into the Wesam cult. We are all Sam. Now you're Sam.
Yes, and when I said pool of bodies, I meant pool of live bodies who were speaking. Or maybe not. Who knows?
Who knows? We'll see in a
Weekend
few
at Wesam's.
Oh, that could have been another name for the podcast, Weekend at Wesam's.
True.
Yeah. Oh, man.
We got a spit-off.
Oh, there you go. That's the second podcast I do, Weekend at Wesam's. It's my cult podcast.
Yes, exactly.
Dude, thank you for coming in.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
It's been too long.
I know. I realized that when you realized that, and we realized that collectively.
I don't like the fact that time is going by so quickly and quicker and quicker and quicker.
And when you're living in the present, it's going slower and slower and slower and slower.
Yes, there's a saying about that. The days are long, the years are quick.
Yes.
That's what we're
Damn.
experiencing.
That is truly, we are Sam world.
Dude, what's the shirt? It looks really cool, and the leather jacket is really slick.
So this is a Pink Floyd shirt that my friend left at my apartment. I know literally nothing about Pink Floyd except for I really like the shirt, and he has a song called The Wall.
Okay.
And that's all I got on you.
Yeah, all right.
and I was like, okay, I'm going to be on camera. I got to look good. I got to wear this tie-dye Pink Floyd shirt that I have no knowledge of.
Bro, you look really good.
Thank you.
And it's not your friend's shirt anymore. It's yours.
Very true.
Yeah. I think anything a friend leaves at your place, it becomes yours. And if they want it back, they need to ask to borrow it.
Ooh, I like that. Or if they come back and forget about it the next trip, you give them one trip courtesy.
Ooh, okay. You're a good friend.
Yeah, I kind of have a revolving door at my apartment.
Yeah.
Where it's just like tons of people in and out. Like my biggest regret when I moved into my apartment, or since I moved in, is not getting a picture of everyone who stayed there for like a mural or something, who's like slept on my couch. Because like during quarantine, a lot of friends were like reaching out, like everyone was reconnecting. They're like, yo, remember that time I stayed at your apartment for a week? We did this, this, and this. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you sure it was me? They're like, yes, I was on your couch for a week. And we're like, oh, tight. Must have been fun.
First of all, super spreader? No, I'm kidding.
This is pre-COVID times.
So, wow, your generosity knows no bounds then. You're just letting in, if they need a place to stay, your couch is open for people.
Oh, always. I just hate being alone too, so it works out.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. You're Saint Fish.
Yes. Yeah. I am the Jesus fish
You're the Jesus Fish.
that they all draw.
There you go. Saint Fishkin.
Exactly.
Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's your second podcast as well. What's up?
You're just not talking into it at all.
Really? Oh, my gosh. Dude, this morning. How about now? Are we good now?
Raise it up a little.
We'll raise it up.
He is louder than you.
I know. I'm telling you, dude. This morning is rough on me.
I think the microphones and levels are in retrograde.
Ooh. I think everything's in retrograde right now.
Especially crypto.
Yeah, let's not talk about crypto.
Yeah, no, we're not talking about that.
Yeah, we're already having a rough morning.
There's a reason why we're doing this on the first floor today.
You know what? If we lose the money, we lose the money.
True. It was never there to begin with.
Exactly. And we won't be able to take it with us when we die.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it is what it is, man.
And I don't have a kid to give it to, so who cares?
Yeah, there you go. It's only a tool to make things better.
Exactly. While simultaneously making it worse.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. While certain people hold most of it and make it miserable for everybody else.
Exactly. Like, my healthier salad shouldn't be more expensive than my McNuggets.
Yeah, that's a trippy thing to think about.
And it has literally nothing to do with what we were talking about and could lead to a whole different world that I think might totally derail whatever you had planned.
Bro, I had nothing planned. No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say taking notes from my show. Let's go.
No, dude, you're really prepared for your shows, though.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, you are extremely prepared, and I remember listening to a couple and being on yours. I was like, okay, he's coming in super prepared for this, and it's exciting. You do 2 hours actually live, which is bonkers.
It's crazy because there's been episodes where it literally feels like 5 minutes, and then other episodes that do feel the full 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it doesn't discredit anyone who's been on the show or anything. It's just like, it's a weird concept, like we were talking about time. Mm-hmm. Just like, I'm so lucky. I'm like the luckiest kid in the world. I won some contest somewhere out there where I get to just talk to people about what I love. And it's usually like, I'm genuinely a fan of like everyone I talk to. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, the last episode I did live, I had Lilith Czar co-host my show, and her real name's Juliet Sims, who was in a band called Automatic Love Letter when I was in high school that I found on MySpace like 2006, 2007. And I've been a huge fan ever since. And then next thing you know, we're just like DMing back and forth on Instagram after working together a few times, like between Warped Tour, Emo Night, and next thing you know, she's co-hosting my show. And I'm like, yo, I've been such a huge fan of your voice since I was literally 14 years old, like half my life at this point.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to see that. And literally the luckiest kid in the world.
When you're doing the show in the moment and you're saying this, I mean, are you the type of person who kind of like lives in the moment, or afterwards are you like, whoa, that went by so quickly, I wish I kind of was more present, I was just too excited?
I think I live in the moment, just based on like kind of like I don't remember my radio show at all. Like this is gonna sound crazy, but like I've talked to a lot of musicians about this too. Like they don't remember the shows that they played because they black out when they're so in the zone and the adrenaline rush and everything. And I think it's like pretty much the same with my show. Like I remember bits and pieces of it, but I think I'm so in the moment and so focused on actually like crafting and what's going over air that I kind of just live in that moment. And if there's pictures and videos, obviously there's audio. I don't really listen back to the audio, I'll be very honest. But it'll trigger a memory, but I don't really constantly go back to that memory, if that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I think there's also like a fine balance too, depending on the person you're talking to, whether you're trying to extract things. Maybe they're not so warmed up in the beginning, they're nervous or whatever, and so you're like, okay, how do I get stuff out of this person or get them excited to talk about something so we can go on a tangent on that end. And I think that's where the hosting skills come into play.
Yeah,
that makes sense. And for you, because how many years have you been doing this now?
This November will be 8 years of Gone Fishkin, and I started radio probably like on-air talent probably about 2 years beforehand on my college station, so about 10 years. Did
you notice that whenever you started having guests on, was it kind of when you first encountered those type of co-hosts or guests who weren't very open, was it a skill that you had to develop to kind of pull things out of, or was it naturally kind of just going good for you?
I'm very lucky in the sense that a lot of the people that do co-host the show, like I am, like I said, a huge fan of, but luckily I've been able to meet a handful of times beforehand. There's only been like one or two co-hosts where I'd never met the person beforehand, and those were the shows that did feel a little bit longer. Yeah. Because usually the co-hosts I have, for the most part, have had a crazy night with, or just like a normal night for me, crazy night for the people listening at home type thing, which I've noticed that quarantine taught me that as well. Yeah. Just kind of looking through my phone, I'm like, what were we thinking? Yeah. But so it's just a lot easier, very comforting. And I don't really ever say I'm interviewing a band or an artist. I'm just having a conversation, and always stuff I'm very curious about too. Yeah. I put myself in not only the host position, but the listener position. It's like, what do I want to hear? What do I want to know about? And I would like to think that I'm such a big fan of music at this point. It might fall into a majority of what other people want to hear, hopefully. Yeah. But if not, I'm very sorry.
Well, that's kind of how the intro went for my show. Just on this episode, I kind of basically said, hey, if you're looking for a typical interview, you should probably... this probably won't be the show for you. So I'm going to be talking about the stuff I want to talk about with the person. And so, yeah, deal with it. You're much nicer about it than I was in the beginning of the show. But that's just the way it is because I can't – that's not something I want to do, A. And, yeah, that's it. A is it.
Yeah. Now,
I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like, so, Fish, how long have you been with Idobi Radio? What was
Exactly.
that like? That kind of – unless I feel like asking that organically, but that's just the way it is.
now I have a question for you because we come from two very different backgrounds. You were an actor and on TV before you started your show on Idobi. I was always in the background. I was helping out guns. I was helping out other things along the lines like bands or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was never in front of the microphone or the camera, literally ever. So when I had to go on air, I was like, song. So for you, how was it going from video to, I would say almost straight audio, but as I'm pointing at the camera, it's not just straight audio. But how was it going from like TV land to like radio / podcasting?
So my first experience with that was doing my previous podcast, which was before Idobi Radio, called Actors Anonymous, which you
Okay.
can find a certain percentage of the videos on YouTube still, and the iTunes, Apple Podcast episodes are lost in the ether, unfortunately. So
We lost some good ones.
we lost. We lost.
We
Maybe 2 good ones, and the rest were very amateurish. Here's the thing. I learned a lot from the first time I put a microphone in front of me and wanted to talk to the ether of the radio world or podcasting world. And that was, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to say this. Oh my, there's a brick wall I'm facing. I've never done this before. And I realized in that moment, oh my gosh, this is actually a craft that I have to develop. So it was a lot of practicing and getting shows and prepping questions and all that stuff. And I did over 100 episodes with that one, and it kind of came to a close due to my acting stuff getting busy. But when I came back in here, I felt like I had, 100 plus episodes of podcasting under my belt. And I was like, okay, what did I learn from those? How can I apply it out here now? And also for the fact that, yeah, there is video element to this, but we're still live on Idobi Radio.
Exactly.
Thursdays.
At 7 Eastern.
My podcast is at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So we're a few hours behind you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's live. And so I have to remember that there are people listening live to it as well. So there's aspects of that I'm trying to keep in the show, especially the beginning part. But yeah, it's a skill that I'm still developing. I'm not super great at it. But yeah, that's just the way it is. And I don't mind showcasing my process in that to the world.
Exactly. It's kind of like college. I always had the approach. It's like, I'm never going to get 100 on the first test because I'm setting the expectations way too high. I'm going to hit them with a cool 65 on the first test and gradually improve.
Yeah.
So it looks like I'm progressing and progress looks so much better.
That could be a good technique. Absolutely. But yeah, man, it's fun. I think what we get to do is absolutely lucky, like you said. Going back to the crazy nights, something I want to talk to you about. What's the deal with White Claw? I've never tasted one. I don't know what's the. I feel like everybody at Idobi drinks one.
Yes, at least one. So with White Claw, it's an alternative to beer, basically. It's an alcoholic seltzer with very, very, I assume, cheap malt liquor in it, judging by the hangovers I get from it. But it's so damn refreshing in the moment. And it's not as heavy as beer. The problem is when you start using it as a mixer. You can't do that. Don't do that. Sorry, Peyton. If you want to be the new producer of Wesam's World after Peyton's next weekend, please apply. Yeah, after his first
gosh.
White Claw vodka.
That would be so dark.
Oh, yeah, but
The show would go dark for a while.
it's just one of those things. It's like, I don't know. I like it more than beer.
Yeah.
I feel better in the moment, not so much after the moment.
Why don't they try? What if they mixed the White Claw with some kind of energy drink?
That's called a heart attack.
Yeah.
Mixing a depressant with caffeine.
Yeah.
Terrible idea. I'm all for it.
I wonder what kind of buzz that would give you, though.
I've experienced it. It's
is it?
interesting.
What's
So I was post the original Four Loko recipe in my college days. I think my first year of college was the first year that the original Four Loko was banned. So I never got to experience that. Never really messed with it. Never really. I had like 4 vodka Red Bulls one time when I was like 19 at this college bar. And I just remember spinning and not being able to go to sleep. And I was like, never again. Fast forward to summer 2019. I'm like, let's try this again. So I took a White Claw and I had like a giant cup. Like actually, it was a Margaritaville margarita cup. I remember I got like the commemorative one, and I filled it with a White Claw, half a Red Bull, sugar-free Red Bull, and shot of vodka, and that was my pregame drink. And let me tell you, you don't need a post-game drink or during the game drink.
I bet not.
Never again.
Never again.
Nope.
So,
But I tried it.
Well, I think before COVID, you were kind of on a great workout regimen and stuff like this.
Yeah.
Right? Is this coming back soon?
I don't know. If gyms don't have to make appointments to go, I'll start going.
Gotcha.
Because I can't be on like a strict, hey, you have to be here. Your window's 7:30 to 7:45 or whatever. So once I don't have to wear a mask inside a gym also, and I don't have to make an appointment, I think I'll start going back to a gym.
Yeah.
Just as one of those things is like breathing's going to be a little bit harder because the only thing I do at a gym is cardio.
Yeah.
So it's like, I understand the safety precautions, but
Yeah.
I also, no one's telling me I need to go run at a gym.
Right. June 15th, they're saying that the mask mandate is going to be lifted, so that's pretty cool. Hopefully that will work.
I'm very excited to see bars and nightlife come back in a very safe way. I think that's a very prevalent part of Los Angeles's culture that has really taken a hit. And a lot of like collaborations and like just people coming together just been missing over the last 18 months or so.
Yeah.
Has it been 18 months? 14 months?
14 months, I think.
I can't count.
You just like using the cardio machines at the gym. Have you ever like running on like trails or anything like that, or hiking even?
I like hiking to an extent, but also the gym I go to, I don't run into anyone, and I'll go to Fryman, and it's a good problem to have. I'll just run into a bunch of people, and I'm like sweaty, gross, didn't shower from the night before. It's like not the ideal time I want to be running into people.
Yeah.
So I'll do Fryman from time to time. It's a nice, easy trail.
Who's gonna judge you for being like sweaty on a hiking trail?
I don't think anyone, but
yeah, they won't judge you.
Personally, don't feel the best. I don't feel 100.
Well, I gotta say, man, if I saw you on a hiking trail sweating and smelly, I'd be like, fish, get some. I love it. I love it.
It's I don't know. And also I kind of like the air conditioning in the gym too. I'll be very honest.
All right. Well, I could see that. There's definitely some comfort things in the gym.
Yes.
I got lucky. I had a 3-year LA Fitness membership, and it was super cheap per month because I bought it for a 3-year membership. Mm-hmm. And right when lockdown happened, a month in, that membership expired, and they were trying to call me to renew it. I'm like, no. First of all, I don't want to go to the gym. Second of all, you guys are closed. How am I going to go to the gym when you guys are closed for God knows how long?
What I did was when lockdown and everything happened, I just realized I had so much energy to burn because I was drinking like 6 cold brews a day.
Whoa.
Yeah, because like life was happening so fast.
Wait. I'm sorry. We're not going to continue on right now. 6 cold brews a day?
Oh, I'm addicted to coffee.
Bro, how do you not have acid reflux constantly then?
Luckily, no. I don't know how. I think it's because I cut red sauce out of my diet basically completely and replaced all the acidicness with coffee.
Oh, my God.
Like, the inside of my stomach is definitely just burnt and lava, whatever. But,
oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
That's so crazy. If it works for you, it works.
I don't think it's healthy, but I do it. I'm not proud of it.
Bro, because I've had really bad acid reflux, and oh my gosh. It
ruined your day.
Oh, and your night.
Yeah.
And your night. Oh, man. I did find something that kind of leveled it out, though, for those of you listening and you have acid reflux. First of all, I had to cut out black coffee for a while. On top of that, I began taking a multivitamin daily. And then I would start off my mornings drinking a lukewarm big cup of water.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then I would limit myself to one small can, and I would sip on it throughout the day of an energy drink, like an all-natural energy drink kind of thing. And that took care of it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to cut out caffeine.
No?
No, not a chance.
No.
It's like nothing would ever get done. I literally wake up just to have a cup of coffee. Like, I go to sleep like thinking, I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
I can't wait to have that latte I made in my fridge.
Whoa.
Yeah, I love coffee.
Are you a big coffee snob, or you just like anything? Just
Nah,
anything?
I mean, as long as it's not the bagel store I worked in when I was 14's coffee, I'm good. Shout out Uncle Jeff if you're listening. Your coffee still sucks. Bagels are good, though.
He does listen, and
He knows.
Huge fan of Wesam's World.
He did recommend people to go to Dunkin' Donuts down the block instead of drinking his coffee.
That's amazing.
Honest businessman.
Hey, you don't want this.
No.
Dude, speaking of businesses, my family used to own a restaurant in Oklahoma. It was like Subs and Burgers, Itos, and all
sick.
that stuff. Yeah, but we'd have people come in, and they'd be like, man, it's so expensive here. You know, Subway does it cheaper. And then we're like, then go to Subway.
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting real meat here. What do you want us to do? Like, oh, should we change the prices just for you? Like, guy, go.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of reaction is that person expecting from the person that they're saying it to?
It's like, cool, your one person opinion while there's 20 people behind you willing to pay this price. Yes, I will take your opinion. It's kind of like when I'm DJing and someone's like, yo, dude, you need to play this song right now. I'm like, do I? There's 200 people in this room. 199 are dancing. You are the one person not dancing.
Ugh. Oh yeah, DJing. That you must encounter and people watch the craziest things.
Oh, I'll just put it the easiest way. I've never put it this way. I've had everything from Paris Hilton telling me I'm killing it to some dude throwing beer bottles or beer cans at my head for playing the Jonas Brothers.
Wow. That is a range.
Yeah. I just put that together in my head and it just blew my mind.
Whoa. That's why are people like to throw something at you is like at someone else for playing a song?
And not only to throw something at me, but to miss me. You don't even deserve to throw that beer can, dude. Like, I am a big target and I am the only person with a light on me in the room. You suck.
Big time.
Yeah. I hope you got diarrhea.
Right. Was it a White Claw or?
No, it was a 16-ounce Stella can that was about 3/4 full. It was 3 of them over the course of 25 minutes.
Well, obviously that guy's lonely and doesn't pay taxes. So
Nope, does not. But he's the one not getting caught.
There you go. Well, there you go. Oh, speaking of not getting caught, you know the IRS doesn't go after the multi-millionaires for auditing them and stuff because it costs too much. That's why they go for the people on the lower end of the ladder so that
sounds about right. Kind of like how anything with LA County public relations is absolutely trash. Like any help you might need, trash. LAPD public helpline, trash. But I mean, I'm sure there's good stuff they do.
Well, here's another interesting thing about California. You know how when the COVID hit, they were like, we're in it. We're in a deficit now. We're going to be in a deficit, guys. This is really bad, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, guess what happened all of a sudden, guys? We're in a surplus.
It's like, how did that happen?
How did that happen?
Where are the numbers that Newsom was basing everything off of?
I'm
I'm not a political guy, but I did read the internet once or twice, Mr. Newsom. But I don't think Caitlyn Jenner could do a better job. That I also read that on the internet.
Man.
But who am I to judge?
Hey. Oh, we're just throwing anybody's name into this?
All
right, anybody?
Let's throw the governor. Let's get him back.
Right? You know what? You know who I think would do a good job running the state? At least better than what it's been run. At least. Tom.
100%.
Let's just have Tom run it.
It's like, just look at how Idobi's run over the last 20 years. I don't think it's ever had the problems California's had the last year.
Let's not even tell him. Let's just
put his name on.
out there.
Yeah, you know what? This is the clip, okay?
Yeah.
Guys, we're putting Tom Cheney's name in the ballot for governor.
We're not telling him, though.
No, don't tell him. Don't tell him. Just write his name in. So then he finds out at some point, oh, shit.
I'm the governor.
I feel like he would come into work one day and go, damn it, guys. Somebody's put my name. That's what we should do. Take all the billboards, too, and just in the corner go, vote Tom.
Vote for Tom.
Just big stickers on there.
Oh, my God. We'll rip off the vote for Pedro stickers.
Yes. We'll get Shireen in on it.
We got this.
Dude, we just plan. Dude, we can. What is the lower, like, deputy governors?
Yes.
Hello?
We're the vice governors.
Vice governors. Dude, we got this in the bag, man.
I agree. And it's like just one of those things where just obviously my day job's at Idobi. Everyone knows that. But also on the side, I work at bars and stuff. Kind of seeing, okay, cool. I could get on a flight for 6 hours crammed together. But the safe part, thank God they do this. It's so considerate. They do make sure every other seat at the gate is still blocked off for COVID. But once you're on the flight for 6 hours in a cramped space, you're knee to knee. It's like, why can't bars open?
It does.
Why can't my homies play shows? And I never really got big into like the whole why can't this if this.
Yeah.
Until like I got the vaccine. And then I was just like, why can't things happen?
Yeah.
I get a lot of it, but
You're fully vaccinated too?
yeah.
Me and Peyton as well. My symptoms for the second one were super interesting. My arm wasn't as sore as the first one. I couldn't lift my arm after the next day.
Yeah.
But the second one, I had the craziest body cramps that just ended. And I sweated in bed. Oh, my gosh, so much. But then I got at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday. Throughout the day, I was gradually feeling like more achy. Didn't sleep that much that night. Wednesday, I was just achy most of the day. Around 7 or 8, I started to feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And then by Thursday, I was like, nothing happened.
Weird.
Very weird. Very weird, man.
I got Johnson & Johnson, and as soon as I got it, we went out to eat right after.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like 10 cups of water, and I think that was like my saving grace. And I got on a flight the next morning.
Okay.
Less than 24 hours after I got it. And my biggest fear was like symptoms were going to hit while I was on a flight, but knock on wood, everything was all good. And just like 2 or 3 days after, my arm started to hurt and I couldn't lift it past this point.
Yeah.
But it's like, when do I ever lift my arm past that point anyway?
Are you shushing me? I'm kidding. He's showing me that there's 1 minute left.
Oh no, of the whole show?
Yeah. We've done like an hour and a half now.
Holy crap.
I'm kidding. No.
Oh. Is this just segment 2?
Dude, yeah. The symptom stuff is crazy, especially with the arm stuff.
Yeah.
The first shot was like that for me. So I don't know what's going to happen. Anyway, we got to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with more fish. Dude, I'm in a weird mood.
I feel you.
My mom had some crazy back surgery Wednesday.
Oh, is she okay?
Yeah, she's actually is okay. I mean, everything's going great in terms of what to expect with the kind of surgery she had. Found out this morning she actually had a bone graft as well on her spine. They took off a piece from her hip and were to sturdy the metal stuff that they put in her spine, which I wasn't aware was going to be part of the surgery.
Yeah.
So that's always nice to find out days after.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she's doing okay. But that's life, man. That's life. And I think you can relate in the sense that it gets heavy sometimes. There's also other stuff going on, which I'm not going to go into on the show. But, yeah, man, just life gets kind of heavy and real. And I don't know. Do you ever have to compartmentalize, or you just learn how to compartmentalize as time goes on? Is time the biggest healer? I don't know.
Oh, dude, it's insane. It's like because I have to fish the character on most of the time. It's like you said it last week. A few other people said it last week, and it like really meant a lot to me. Like along the lines of, you're such a positive person all the time. Mm-hmm. I don't always think of myself as a very positive person, but maybe that's just kind of listening to yourself and reflecting on yourself. But a lot of it, honestly, music just distracts me from a lot of the bad stuff that happens. And in the sense that I obviously process it and everything, and it kind of gives me a fast track to healing in a way. And it's like, oh, this sucks. It's like, cool, I could take this life event that sucked and turn it into something positive and live for the moment that no longer might be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's been a long morning.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Man, yeah. I don't know if you're religious or whatever, but I try to think, for me, this perspective I'm having on life is everything's a rental from God. That's the way I see things. And even my relationships that I have with people are rentals because they won't be here forever. And so everything is technically a gift to a certain extent, you know?
Very true.
And so if everything's a gift from God, no matter how bad or good, I try to accept that with a smile in my heart, even though sometimes it's a very troubling and trying time. I realize that there's some precious gift, some wisdom in the experience that I have to understand or learn, or maybe I don't even see the big picture of things because we as humans only see a certain amount into the future and a certain amount into our given circumstances. So, yeah, that's what I have to kind of keep reminding myself no matter how hard it gets.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Something I stopped doing was asking how or why. It's like, usually, lucky enough, it's always been in a very positive sense of, how is this possible? Why is this happening? In a very positive way, very blessed way.
Yeah.
But also, when something bad happens, since you're not asking when good, you can't ask when it's bad. So
Absolutely.
it's kind of like that, and it's just like rolling with the punches in a way.
Yeah. Life is the depth to life is, for me at least, unknowable. How far do you think you've kind of penetrated into what life really has to offer?
I don't even really think I scratched the surface in a way, because I guess maybe I set the bar really low for myself as a kid, but I kind of just surpassed every goal I had growing up. So I'm still in the process of figuring out what my new goals are and how I could use everything that I've been lucky enough to get to help out other people as well.
May I ask in what ways?
Just in the sense of radio, like I've been talking about this a lot recently in the way, like, I'll be 29 in a few weeks and been doing Idobi since 21. I got my show and been in the music industry since, I guess, the second I went live on Gone Fishkin for the first time, that was like technically in it.
Yeah.
But been around bands since 14, 15 years old and all that stuff, like on a local sense. And the conversations come up a lot, like, what's next? And people have been like, have you ever thought about going to a management firm? Ever think about going to a label or something? And I have thought about it at times, but the thing I love about radio so much is I don't have to focus on my roster. All the homies are the roster. It's like I could put on any song I want. I could put on any artist I want instead of just being brand loyal, like, okay, cool, Idobi Records, I can only have 5 people on. I can only push 5 people because I only have a budget for 5 people. In radio, I can find a spot for everyone, which I really like.
I dig that.
Yeah, but if you're willing to offer me a check.
Hey, nowadays, workers are needed. It's really crazy to think how, what is it called? They have not an unemployment problem, an employment problem, I guess is the correct term, but they need workers.
Yeah.
Because people are still on the unemployment benefits because they're getting more money on those than they would at the jobs that they would be normally taking. And so these companies are offering pretty big incentives. I think I was at, oh my gosh, no, not P.F. Chang's. What's the one with the panda? Chinese?
Panda Express.
Panda Express, thank you. Should have got it. Panda's in the name. The one with the panda. Thank you. I'm an idiot.
I will say during COVID times, Panda Express was the only place I was kicked out of.
Oh, no. What'd you do?
I walked in. Did not know. I didn't see the sign that was directly eye level with me because my glasses were fogged because of the mask. And it says limit 5 people. Oh, and it's like, come on. This place was huge.
Yeah.
So I wasn't thinking or reading. It's 100% my fault. And please just bring back the free samples, Panda Express.
I know.
I've tasted all your chicken products, but I still got to taste them every time I come in.
Well, I saw the incentives that they were giving people to come join the workforce of Panda Express on their little thing. And I was like, oh, snap. If this is like a high school kid or like somebody in college, take it. Like, even if you're like desperate for work or whatever, I'm like, there's your opportunity to make some decent living wage.
Yeah.
They upped it. And I was like, okay, it's not like you're going to be rolling in the dough by any means, but it's pretty darn good for what you're doing, you know? So also air traffic controllers make bank.
And I bet they probably get some dope flight benefits.
I would expect them to have a hookup at the airports. Yeah.
One or two.
Yeah, right? I mean, you're the guy who controls the landing and takeoff of airplanes.
You're
at
not
airports.
paying $37 to get into the Delta Lounge.
No. You've got the placard card.
Yeah, exactly.
You got the security clearance.
You're not serving yourself at the self-serve bars at the airport. You have someone doing that for you.
Exactly. No, they make a great amount of money. Even in low, like a very small town city, your pay may be only $80,000 a year, but the cost of living in that small town is so low.
$12.
Yeah,
Roughly.
every 6 months.
Yeah.
Right? That's everything included.
13 on leap year.
Right, of course. Of course, can't forget leap year. They screw you on leap year.
Really get that $1 out of you.
Yeah, so, but they can make upwards before bonuses, $190,000 a year in a very busy airport. That's not including overtime, holiday pay, and bonuses.
What do you do with all that money?
What do you you do what all the other millionaires do. You
Buy a bunch of blow-in strippers. I'm
Now-
not going to do any of the blow or strippers. I'm just going to buy them.
Now wait a minute. I don't believe that.
I've never done drugs in my life. Fun fact. Illegal drugs in my life.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Well, that's
Well, I literally just talked 5 minutes about how much I
Caffeine.
love caffeine.
Yeah, that's why I was like, well, we got to be specific here. It's crazy to think that caffeine is a legal and actually a cherished drug all over the world.
Oh, it's insane.
It's like,
It's
If-
the most addictive drug, I think.
yeah, if speed was not a mature adult, if speed is a mature adult, caffeine is like the baby version of that. It's like
Yeah.
a baby. Yeah, and it's like,
Exactly.
everybody loves babies, right?
Yeah, there's
This
a
is the
baby right
weirdest
there.
analogy. Yeah, there's a baby right there. That's my adopted baby.
Aw.
Yeah, her name
Has
is.
your eyes
Thank you. Even though
and
she's
painted
adopted?
smiles.
Oh, okay.
I always say my dog has my eyes, but Harry Styles' birthday.
Oh,
Because he does have my eyes and Harry Styles' birthday.
okay. That's cute. How is he doing, Biggie?
He's doing really good.
Yeah, where is he now?
He's currently at my apartment, probably on my couch, sleeping on the blanket that has him printed on it.
That's too cute.
Yeah, my sister got it for me for Christmas, and it's like the most adorable thing.
How old is he now?
He is, let's see, probably like a year and a half. He was born in
Oh.
February of last year.
Oh, he's still a little baby.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, year and 4 months probably.
Yeah. So what is that? 7? 10 years
16
old?
months.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like in dog years,
Oh.
what they say.
Yeah, probably 10 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love him so much. He has so much personality.
He's
and
gonna hit puberty soon.
I know. And honestly, he's a rescue pup, but I think he rescued me, as cliche as that sounds. Like during quarantine, I was very lonely. And as I said before, I don't like being alone.
Yeah.
So I was on petadoption.com looking through pets, and I was looking for a dog to foster because I was like, no way I could take care of a dog. Like, we're going to be out of this in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So all the fostering dogs obviously got taken up pretty quickly. And I saw him online, and it was kind of like Tinder. It was like, please, please be as cute as a picture. Please, please, please. And contacted the rescue, got it approved by my landlord, drove down to Anaheim. It took 25 minutes. I will forever remember it only took 25 minutes to get to Anaheim in April of 2020.
Wow.
And she came out with Biggie.
What was going on then? Sorry, was there like a pandemic or something?
Yeah,
okay.
that's when it first started, and everyone was literally scared to breathe.
I know. I was
Including myself.
the joke didn't hit. Damn it.
Oh.
I was doing a bit. That's
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, because I mean, like, in all fairness, well, I just totally forgot we were face to face the whole entire time. But like in places like until mid-April, it didn't hit. Some places May.
Wait, January, February, March, April.
There were places that weren't taking it seriously until April, May.
In LA?
No, just in general. But I didn't put two and two together.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, you're right.
So that's why I was
Sorry, I messed up the whole conversation because I wanted to do a funny bit.
Oh, it's all good. But but yeah, she brought out his name was Basil. They named him Basil, and I like saw him. I'm like, you're not Basil.
You're not Basil.
And she put him in my arms, and I just looked at him, instantly fell in love. I'm like, you are mine forever.
Yeah.
And we drove home, and I remember I put him on my stomach to take a nap, and he put his paw in my hand, and I was like, yep, I'm roped in. This is my best friend for life.
Oh, I love that. You know, me and my brother have two rescue brothers. They're cats.
Aw.
And he's out of town for a little bit, taking care of my mom while she's recovering from the back surgery. And they're attached to him a little bit more than me. They love me and everything, but he's their favorite.
Yeah.
And it's really sad because one of them keeps, every time I open the door to let them out a little bit, he meows a lot.
Aww.
Like I feel like he's trying to call for him. And inside the house at times he'll just come up to me like face to face and just meow right in my face. And like, he's like, and I'm like, oh boy, this is like, I can't communicate with you.
It's so heartbreaking.
He'll be back, bro. He'll be back. And so I got to get them some extra treats and keep them busy with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was the first few days of me being back in LA after being home with my mom. My dog would just sit on my mom all day while she watches TV, like hang out with her.
Yeah.
So like I definitely saw him a little depressed that she wasn't around anymore, but
yeah.
Luckily he's back to just being a lazy boy.
Bro, I can't go to a shelter because I feel like I have
bring
to
them all home.
Yeah, I feel like that's my great. Now I have 20 dogs and cats. Great.
Yeah, get in, boys. We're going in a dog park.
Oh my gosh, those people who buy those big pieces of land and just adopt a bunch of dogs and dude,
what a
sounds
dream,
awesome, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of dreams, I gotta tell you what happened over the weekend. I went to a place for our producer Alexandra Gorski's birthday.
Happy birthday, Alex.
Happy birthday. Called Sky Park Adventure Santa's Village. Have you ever heard of this place?
No, but tell me more.
Oh, okay. Actually, I think you're going to really dig this place. So, it's right near Lake Arrowhead, which Lake Arrowhead is about 20 miles or so, 18 miles west of Big Bear. So, it's around that area, the mountains. And it's high up, too. It's high up in elevation. And it's basically a theme park, which its theme is Santa's Village. So, it's like Christmas themed
All year round?
all year around with like this weird medieval mesh because Santa Claus has his son-in-law and daughters-in-law who are like these king of the forest and
I
king
need
of the
to
elven
go.
woods and stuff. Yeah, it's very interesting. So we did zip lining. There's zip lining there. Sign up for that first and make sure you get an early reservation because they fill up fast.
With Wesam's code, Wesam's World,
Sam's World.
you will get back of the line passes.
They also have like free archery, free BB gun shooting, free axe throwing. And I didn't tell Peyton this, but they have this area where you buy some pay dirt and they have a gold washing station and you get to find gems and stuff in your dirt, which is super fun to do.
That's sick.
Yeah, and it's some of it's kid themed, obviously, more for the kids with like story time, and then there's like a little puppet theater there. But then there's a couple hiking trails that you can walk around in the woods in. It's very beautiful.
Is it like Santa's Village?
What do you mean?
Like
Like
the hiking trails?
Oh, no, they're just deep into the woods.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
They're not like themed themselves. It's like a very beautiful walk in the woods.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the trails are very narrow but safe. But
Okay.
it's like very wooded, so you feel very cozy when you're walking through them. It's very nice.
Interesting.
But the
Back at Idobi.
oh,
Sorry to interrupt.
No worries. Hey, Idobi listeners, we got to tune out. But remember that you can check out the full episode tomorrow morning on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and of course the Idobi Radio app. Thanks for tuning in live, and make sure you subscribe to us on the other platforms and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And yeah, we'll see you at the full episode. So, the majority of it, the trails are actually like mountain biking trails.
Okay.
Yeah, and so there's like beginning, medium, advanced, and expert trails these people can ride their mountain bikes on. And so, honestly, it's a cool place to visit for a first time, and you can rent out bikes there as well. And yeah, it's pretty cool, like unknown place.
I love that. I know there's a town. It's kind of like a Dutch town. It's kind of north of Santa Barbara, I think. And it's kind of like a Santa's Village as well.
Oh.
I got to get the name of it. I know a few friends went up there, and it looks awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
please let me know the name. Those places are
California outside of Los Angeles is dope.
cool. It is.
I remember when I came out here when I was 16, 17 years old. It's one
Yeah.
of the first times out here, a starry-eyed kid. Still a starry-eyed 28-year-old at this point.
Yeah.
But still, it's like, L.A., cool. I'm a Long Island, New York City boy. We don't have palm trees. We don't have the glitz and glamour. And there's two things that stick out to me from my first few times here. We were in a parking garage on Rodeo, and the guy goes, first time visiting? And I go, how'd you know? He goes, you guys are wearing shorts. Locals don't wear shorts in Los Angeles.
Oh.
I was like, and I looked down, 7 years living in LA. He's right. I don't wear shorts.
Very interesting.
Yeah. And then another time we were at Disney, we met this really nice family from the Bay Area, and they're like talking to us, like asking us about our traveling, and like, oh, you're staying in Los Angeles? That's like the New Jersey of California. And I was like, man, you snobby Bay Area people.
Yeah.
And then I went to Santa Barbara. Then I went to San Diego. Then I visited Orange County, Laguna. And I was just like, yep, it's the New Jersey of California.
I'll say I'll say this. I was in Jersey a little over a year ago. LA, as crappy as it can be sometimes, is definitely not the New Jersey of California.
I would say Inland Empire might be.
Nailed it.
We might be like, I don't know. I love Long Island. I mean, I love Los Angeles. I also love Long Island too. But in the sense of like how like you meet someone super New Jersey and they have such New Jersey pride. That's me with Los Angeles 100%. But I know there's nicer out there.
Hey, that kind of intense nationalism, or really intense like I come from this state or whatever, and I'm like, why?
Honestly, for me, one of my favorite bands, I always reference them in like almost every interview I do, Envy on the Coast. They come out on stage. They're from Long Island too. They come out on stage and they go, yo, we're Envy on the Coast from the 516, Long Island, New York. And I always thought that was the coolest thing in the world. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to steal that when I leave Long Island. I'm like, yo, I'm Fish. I'm from Long Island.
516.
The 516. I got it tattooed right here. 51631.
Oh my gosh.
So this is another Long Island music reference too, because the two area codes on Long Island are 516 and 631. And when this band Patent Pending played the Billboard Music Awards, 11 million people were watching, and Joe, the singer, had a live mic, which is unheard of, having a live mic on a show.
Oh, okay.
On an award show. Like everything's pre-recorded. And he could have shouted out his wife. He could have shouted out his newborn child. All he goes is 51631. Just because that was a scene that made him. And I was like, that's cool as hell.
Interesting.
Would I ever move back to Long Island? No. But am I prideful I'm from there? Yes. I also have LA tattooed on my inner ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't the smartest idea.
I can't. I don't have that. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I don't have that connection. I don't under. I get it to a certain extent, but I just see. I guess I'm talking about the extreme version of that. I don't think that's extreme.
Yeah, my version is kind of like This City by Patrick Stump. if anyone's ever heard that song.
Yeah. I'm talking about more when people kill or hurt other people because they're from a different city right next door.
Ooh, I never understood that. It's like, yo, you crossed the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah, you crossed the county line that other people made, so I'm going to kill you now. Like, what?
As like 50 cars are driving by with 4 people. So 200 people are driving by, and you pick this one person.
I know. It's
Like-
so weird. It's so caveman-like. It's like, all right.
But I mean, we're all guilty of it. We all have the rival high school.
You know what? Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, you know what? I was homeschooled.
No, I was one of the, but I was in the it was like the championship football game, and I didn't even really
Okay.
watch football. I just like being crazy with a megaphone and just being like, that was my time to express myself. 'Cause
Yeah.
being raised in a strict household. So I was like going nuts, and we would do this thing called start the bus, like telling them to start their bus because they're going home. It's like, why? And like the hate we had for these people on the other side of the stadium is just ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
Oh,
But I was in on it.
I went to this high school called Kellenberg, and no shout out to them. You could bleep out their name because they haven't put me in the notable alumni section on Wikipedia. And
They haven't?
No, and they've actively taken me out every time I add myself.
What's their name?
Kellenberg,
I'm writing a letter
writing a letter to you.
at them. No, I'm kidding.
But our rival high school was this high school, Chaminade, which was an all boys high school, but ran by the Marianist Church, which are the Marianist. No, not church. Marianist. There's something.
Cult?
Essentially, yes. So like we would be like, at least we got girls at our school, and they'd be like, at least we make $130K out of college, or something.
Ooh.
And I was like, man, this beefing's been going on forever, and no one wins. None of us have won.
Nobody ever wins with beef, my friend.
Nope. And that's why you should go vegan.
Oh, this has been a vegan.
No,
advertisement. Wow.
We got roped in.
We did get roped in, and you know what?
See that comment? Well played.
Kudos. You know what? We're gonna
I'm
end
not
it.
vegan, but hey, it was a great bit.
They just gave you a check, right? Is that why?
My PETA check has cleared. We're good.
Dude, this was a lot of fun. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you
bro.
so much for having me. It
Yeah.
means the world.
Dude, anytime. And Gone Fishkin, guys, Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Idobi Radio. Don't miss out on it. It's one of the better live radio shows out there right now. He's been doing it for so long, and it's very engaging. And if you love good music, that alone should make you want to tune in. And where else can people find you, Fish?
You can find me on Twitter at Gone Fishkin, Instagram at Mike Fishkin. That's really about it. Like,
right.
I have the TikTok, but I don't use it. Got
Yeah.
the Clubhouse. Clubhouse is dead.
Yeah, is it?
Oh, I'm calling it Clubhouse is dead.
There you go. Hashtag Clubhouse is dead.
Yes. No longer going on Clubhouse.
Hashtag 51631.
Exactly.
All right, Peyton. Play us out, dude. Hey, thank you, Idobi Radio, Nice Guy Digital. Thank you, Peyton, Alexandra, everything you guys do for the show. Appreciate you guys. Thank you to all of our new subscribers and listeners as well. Thank you for being fans of the show for so long. And more great shows coming up. Make sure you check out some of our previous sponsors too. Pretty Litter, we're still doing a little round with them. Make sure you use promo code WESAM for 20% off your first order as well. Guys, always remember